The Lake House Demon.
Vivify Studio Stories.
The alarm went off as the hour hand touched 5 a.m. Stretching and yawning, Alex woke up with a startle. "Alex, wake up!" Alex heard his mom shouting on top of her voice. Alex, slowly and lethargically rubbing his eyes, slipped his feet into his bathroom sleepers and dragged himself to the bathroom door. He pushed open the bathroom door and forced himself towards the sink. Alex closely looked at his reflection in the bathroom mirror. He turned open the water tap. The water gushed out and Alex splashed the water onto his face. "Alex!" shouted his mom again. "We're getting late for the trip. Our car is waiting. Come quick." "I am coming, Mom," Alex shouted back. Alex quickly pulled out his ripped denim jeans, white sweatshirt and an oversized coat from his cupboard. Alex pushed his bony legs into the ripped jeans and pulled over the sweatshirt and the coat on his petite body. He pulled on his Nike sneakers and descended downstairs to his mother. "Where have you been?" Alex, Mom questioned. "Just getting ready," Alex mumbled back. Alex started helping his mother with packing and loading the hiking stuff into the car that awaited outside their house. Alex and Samantha lived in the suburbs of Yorkshire. Samantha and Peter, Alex's father, got married in a small, simple wedding ceremony. After a year of their wedding, Samantha and Peter had Alex. Samantha and Peter were living a very peaceful life in the suburbs of Yorkshire, when they got hit by a catastrophe that changed their lives forever. Peter, while on his way to the city of Yorkshire, met a huge road accident that resulted in his immediate death. Samantha got widowed at an early age, leaving Alex to be a single-parent child. They raised Alex single-handedly. Life wasn't that easy for Samantha, being a single parent. Her life was full of hardships from an early age. But Samantha, being a brave woman, fought for her and her child, Alex. With the passage of time, Alex grew up to be a handsome young lad. Time passed by and Samantha learned to surf in the hardships of life. Even though her life was lonely and isolated, but Alex took away her isolation. Alex was the only one who accompanied Samantha during her lonely hours. Both mother and son enjoyed each other's company. Life in the suburbs was a bit secluded. To kill time, Alex and Samantha usually went camping or hiking. It had been long since both of them had any recreational activity. Alex and Samantha decided for a road trip. Samantha was excited and jubilant for their upcoming trip. Samantha started making preparations beforehand. Samantha packed the car with camping and hiking equipment. Both of them decided to start their road trip. Next day, early morning. There was a lot of hustle and bustle at their crib. By 6 a.m. in the morning, Alex and Samantha mounted on their car and started their road trip. Both of them decided that they will be taking turns driving during their road trip. Alex was the first intern who would be driving. His mother and son duo trip started with the car moving across the lush lands. The weather that day was really nice. The fresh air and tranquility of the countryside made Samantha feel relaxed and energetic at the same time. Alex kept the pace of the vehicle very steady and was extra careful while driving, which he usually did during road trips. The enchanting voice of Aretha Franklin echoed through the green lush meadows of the steep, rocky valleys of Yorkshire. The vehicle drove at the speed of 50 miles per hour. The cool breeze gushed right through the car window and came slapping across Samantha's and Alex's faces. After 2 hours of continuous driving, Alex halted the car in front of the gas station. While Alex refilled the car, Samantha went to the grocery store of the station, bought herself a good supply of food and drinks for the rest of the trip. After 15 minutes of stop at the gas station, Alex handed over the car keys to Samantha and signed her that it was her turn to drive. Samantha took over the car steering wheel and turned on the ignition. The car wheel started rolling over the gravel unpaved road. Samantha and Alex routed on their incomplete road trip again. Samantha, as compared to Alex, was much more rash and hasty driver. Her reckless driving could give a weak-hearted a run for his life. But driving over 40 years on Yorkshire roads had certainly made Samantha pro at it. Alex started feeling drowsy after traveling for so long. So he thought of taking a break and a small nap to ward off his exhaustion and fatigue. He crawled back into the back seat of the car and dozed off to sleep. Meanwhile, Samantha patiently and attentively kept on driving the vehicle on a steady pace. There was a loud car screech. and Alex toppled off the back seat of the car, bumped his head to the back of the passenger seat, due to which he fainted.
It seemed as if Samantha, due to darkness of the falling dawn, had missed a huge speed breaker and had bumped the car due to the rushing speed. Alex, after 15 minutes of unconsciousness, slowly started coming back to his senses. He tried opening his eyes, but his blurry vision only stared into the darkness of the evening. As he rubbed his eyes and slowly gathered his senses, he found himself seated at the back of the passenger seat. He rubbed his hand on the nose, and as he removed his hand, he saw stains of blood on the back of his palm. It seemed as if Alex's nose was bleeding. He looked right and left, but he couldn't find Samantha anywhere. The car was at a standstill in the middle of the road, but Alex couldn't see Samantha anywhere. There was darkness all around. The only light that was coming was from the headlights of the car. The doors of the passenger seats were left wide open. It seemed as if Samantha had forgotten to turn off the car. "Hello," Alex shouted on top of his voice. Only echoes of his shouts came back. "Hello," Alex shouted again. "Samantha, Mama," Alex shouted over and over again. But his echoes came back to him. Alex felt his heart pounding faster than its usual pace. He felt uncomfortable and scared. His hands were trembling a bit, but he tried to calm himself down. He made himself understand that Samantha would return soon. He tried calming himself down, but being stuck in the middle of an unknown and isolated road surrounded by dense jungle started giving Alex goosebumps. It was almost 7 p.m. in the evening, and as the time progressed, darkness just got thicker with the passing time. The chirping of the cricket filled Alex's ears. An hour had passed by. Alex had been waiting for Samantha's return. Now, Samantha was nowhere to be found. Alex found his guts and gathered his courage to step out of the car and search for Samantha. The chirping of the crickets grew louder and louder as Alex made his way through the dense forest. Due to the darkness, it was impossible for Alex to make out where he was heading. He found a muddy pathway in the middle of the forest, which he followed. Alex found some footprints on the track. The footprints showed that someone had used the path. Alex hustled his way through the dense forest, and at the end of the tracking path, found himself facing a serene lake. The howling of the cool breeze filled Alex's ears. In the distance, Alex could see the silhouette of a house. Alex was scared. Seeing the house, Alex started moving towards it. Maybe Samantha was in that house? Alex wondered to himself. As it was already late, Alex thought to himself that this house would be a good place for a night stay over. It seemed as if the house was a year or two old. The gray paint on the house was chipped off from various parts. The floor of the porch squeaked. It was humid and the house gave a musty, earthy smell of wood decay. The lake house was dark and dingy. It seemed as if it had been abandoned for quite some time. Alex tried unlocking the door of the lake house, but the doorknob seemed stuck. Doorbell wasn't working either. Alex smashed into the glass door and forced open the main door of the house. The pungent smell of the decayed wood made Alex cough. In the dim light of the moon, Alex could see the interior. All the furniture that laid in the house was covered with white cloth. Alex slowly started strolling in the house. As he reached the living room, Alex could see photographs hung all across the wall of the room. Alex carefully started inspecting the lake house. The light of the lake house lit all of a sudden. Alex yelped in astonishment on seeing the light being switched on. "Yes," a squeaky voice of a female echoed. Alex hastily turned around and saw a young, immature woman standing right in front of him. "How I can help you?" questioned the girl. "And how did you get into the house?" Alex startled for a while. I just broke open into the main entrance. I thought it was an abandoned house and my car broke down in the middle of the night, so I was looking for a place to stay for the night." "Oh, okay," the girl replied back. "Do you stay here?" questioned Alex. "Yes," the girl replied. "All alone in the middle of the valley?" "Yes," exclaimed the girl. Aren't you scared of the isolation?" "No, I'm used to this. Now, at first I was, but now I'm fine," the girl answered back. Okay, so, can I stay over for the night?" Alex questioned the girl. "Sure," the girl answered back. "Usually at this part of the night there is a power outage for a longer period of time. No regular power supply in this part of the world. How do you manage without power supply?" Alex questioned. The girl smirked. "Like I said, I'm used to it now. Come on, let me show you to your room." Waving her hand, the girl asked Alex to follow her. Through a narrow, dark, dingy corridor, we made our way into the attic room. As the girl unlocked the door, What's your name? Alex questioned. It's Ariana, she replied back. That's a beautiful name you have, Alex exclaimed. Thanks, Ariana replied. Opening the doorknob, that's your room for the night, Ariana exclaimed. The room was congested and a single bed laid in the middle of the room. Window of the room overlooked into the lake. Alex placed his bag on the bed. As Ariana was about to leave the room, Ariana, Alex called out, have you seen a middle-aged woman? Actually, me and my mom were on a road trip. I fell asleep at the back of the car. My head bumped into the passenger seat and I fainted.
When I came back to my senses, I couldn't find my mom anywhere. I looked all over the place and forest, but my mom was nowhere to be found. I'm quite upset, for my mother's sudden disappearance. So that's sad, exclaimed Ariana. But I'll certainly will let you know if I find any elderly woman. Saying this, Ariana exited the room. After a thrilling and action-packed day, Alex felt tired and dizzy. Alex plunged onto the bed and dozed off to sleep. Alex's sound sleep was broken by a loud and continuous roar of laughter. Startled by the sound, Alex woke up and rubbed his eyes. As he sat idle on the bed, he could hear the laughter and murmuring. It was late midnight, almost 2 a.m. in the morning. Alex, being curious of Ariana being awake late night, went downstairs and found Ariana sitting in front of the fireplace. Ariana was laughing and chatting. Frightened Alex looked here and there to see who she was talking to. There was no one that Alex could see. Who are you talking to? Alex inquired. Ah, this must be Alex, Ariana replied, standing up slowly from her armchair. Well, Alex, I'm talking to Samantha, your mother. Bewildered Alex looked here and there. You're talking to whom? Questioned Alex. Your mother, Samantha, replied Ariana. Really? Alex exclaimed. Where is she? I can't see her. Ariana murmured, her eyes examining Alex from head to toe. Is that red paint on your forehead? Alex questioned. Ariana glared at Alex. No, it's blood, Ariana replied. Samantha's blood. Yes, your mother's blood. Alex smirked and frowned. Ariana rotated the armchair laying next to her. Alex yelped in fear. Oh, God, what has happened? Sudden shock took over Alex. Alex's body shivered and trembled in fear. Alex felt nauseous on seeing Samantha's dead body lying motionless on the armchair next to the fireplace. Seeing this, Alex felt as if his life came crumbling down on him. Alex was flabbergasted by this grotesque and heart-wrenching sight. Samantha's body was all pale and was giving a foul smell of decay and decomposition. Tears flowed down from Alex's eyes. Suddenly, the whole room echoed with the wicked laughter of Ariana. Alex startled on hearing Ariana's maniacal laughter. Her laughter was so evil and sinister that shivers ran up Alex's spine. Alex had never heard or seen someone laughing like this. Don't you remember Ariana? Question? Suddenly, Ariana's voice changed into a husky, low and guttural tone. Alex stumbled onto the floor on hearing Ariana's growling. I am the same demon who took your father away 20 years back, growled Ariana. Ariana's growling was followed by a blood-curdling, sinister laugh. And today we bump into each other again. But this time, I am taking away your mother, Samantha. Her demonic voice got deeper and deeper. In the flickering light of the fire, Alex could see Ariana's eye color getting deeper in black and her eye pupils expanded. Alex screamed for his life. But his screams vanished into the darkness of the night. The door of the lake house flung open. Ariana came out of the lake house, her hands tightly clenching Samantha's and Alex's ankles, dragging both of the corpses towards the lake. And very gently, deposited the bodies into the lake. The bodies gradually drowned into the depths of the lake. Ariana's howling echoed in the wilderness of the secluded valley and her translucent body vanished into the sudden gust of the wind.